who's going to help us embrace discomfort instead of resisting it. He's a New York Times best-selling author, a spiritual success coach. Stand up one more time. Give it up for Devon Franklin. Posing those questions, thank you all very much. We've got a great, we always hit the best audiences here. But, it really shows a lot that, a lot of us are dealing with. This is something that I've talked to my family and friends with, and you've dealt with it too. How have you?
It's so hard because discomfort is uncomfortable, but it has led to my greatest personal success. A few years ago, I was an executive at the biggest studio in Hollywood, making the biggest movies that played all around the world. But guess what? I wasn't happy, because there were gifts and talents within me that the job couldn't fulfill. So I had a challenge. Do I stay in the job, which was my comfort zone, and I knew where that was going to take me? Or did I quit, face in discomfort, and know that it was going to lead me to my destiny? Here's what I did. I quit. People said, "You're crazy, Devon, you're committing career suicide." But you know what? It's been 4 years. Now, it's been hard, okay? It hasn't been all roses. I don't even know where my next paycheck is coming from. But I can tell you this. I have more peace and freedom in the 4 years since starting my own company and embracing discomfort as a lifestyle than I had in 10 years of working in the job where I knew what my comfort zone was.
Wonderful. It is so true. I know if you all are really honest with yourself, you learn so much more about yourself in those uncomfortable moments.
Don't we?
Those times that you are willing to venture outside of your comfort zone. In fact, I did one of those quizzes one time, and it said, when were you most happy in doing things? And so I listed the things that made me, I was happiest. And those are the times that I ventured outside of my comfort zone.
Because what happens is when we venture outside our comfort zone, we begin a process of discovery. We begin to face challenges and complacency because, see, a comfort zone is anything that keeps us satisfied. And when we're satisfied, we don't work to become better or to grow. So it could look like a relationship that's gotten stagnant. It could be a friendship that's no longer growing. It could be a health situation where we know we got to be healthier, but our unhealthy habits are more comfortable for us. But when we decide we're going to face it, here's what happens. We begin to discover who we really are. How? Because we ask ourselves questions. Why am I unhappy? Why am I so uncomfortable? What would make me happier? What would bring me peace? And when we ask these questions, we begin to seek the answers. And those answers take us to our destiny, the place where we were designed to be. Now, here's what I know. Most people don't realize that discomfort leads to destiny. So do me a favor, okay? Everyone here in the audience, do me a favor, okay? Turn to your neighbor and say, "Neighbor." Come on now, say it louder. Neighbor, your discomfort is leading you to your destiny. Come on, one more time. Your discomfort is leading you to your destiny. Come on now, give yourselves a round of applause.
You remind me so much of my sister, Sally Ann. She says, "Do not let fear keep you from your destiny." That's what she says, because so many people do that. Okay, so now we know why. When we come back, you're going to show us how?
There we go.
You're going to show us how? Do you all know how to be able to do it? All right. So Devon is going to tell us how to fully embrace discomfort and to use it to our advantage.
Got to do it.
All right, so don't go too far. To embrace discomfort. And we have a question from the audience. Courtney, you have one for Devon?
Hi, Devon.
Hey, Courtney.
Hi. Great. So this really resonates with me because I'm going through a bit of a transition in my life, and the unknown is really, really scary. How would you recommend embracing that discomfort?
First of all, Courtney, you're in a transition like so many other people, so thank you for your courage to even ask the question. I have 3 tips on how you can embrace discomfort and how it will lead to your success. First, we have to accept our past. So accept your past. Too often, we doubt how we got here. We're guilty over a decision that we made. We're remorseful over, "I should have done this. I wish I'd done that." Stop it. Our past is behind us. Accept everything that has led you to this point. Number 2, confront your present. That means you got to face your fears. Anything you're afraid of, you got to hit it head on. That means you may have to get out of a certain relationship that's not contributing to your growth. It means you may have to put in a new resume for your job. Now, I'm not telling everybody to quit now. Don't say that Devon told them that, okay? You have to identify where your comfort zone is and begin to confront your present. The third thing you have to do is plan for your future. Your future's amazing. It's incredible. Write the business plan. Put down your 5-year plan, where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, and know that when you begin to plan, when you begin to confront, and when you accept, it's going to take you everywhere you need to be. Uncomfortable, but when you do it, your best life is right within your grasp.
I have often looked at uncertainty as meaning there are endless possibilities. That's all how you phrase it and you look at it. Okay, so you're saying accept, confront, and plan. Can you show us, can you explain that to us? Okay.
Yeah, so when you accept it, you allow yourself to say, you know what, whatever happened is behind me. When I confront it, I put myself on a plan to be able to face my fears. And when I plan, I get ready for the very best things in life. And here's what I have realized. If I can I talk? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Grab your neighbor's hand if you would. Because in the actually, don't cross hand, just grab one hand. One on your right hand, one on your left hand, all right? Because see, here's what happens. When we embrace discomfort, it can be lonely. Can I get an amen, somebody? Right. It can be lonely, but I need you to know that you're not in this by yourself. So here's what I want you to do. I want everyone to stand as you hold your neighbor's hand.
I'm going to hold your hand.
As a sign that you're embracing discomfort.
Right.
You're holding the hand of a survivor, someone who has been through something, amen? Now I want you to raise your neighbor's hand. This is the sign of victory. You will get victory if you embrace discomfort. Even though you may be discomfortable or uncomfortable, you are not desperate. You will win if you do not quit. This is the victory sign. It is yours. Embrace it. You got it. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yes. Come on.
Where did you see the victory sign like that?
Because we're in it together. It's unity.
Yeah.
We're all in it together.
And why do we feel so isolated when we're going through something? Y'all can sit down. This was fun. Thank you, thank you.
You know why? Because we think we're the only ones going through our problems. But at the very beginning, you asked everyone a question, and pretty much everyone sat down.
You know what? We're all a little bit stronger than we think we are.
You got that.
You know, we have more courage in us than we realize.
It's true.
It takes courage to believe that the best is yet to come.
Not only does it take courage, it takes courage to believe it and then to live it.
Yeah.
Once we start living it, that's when we're alive. That's when we're awake. That's when the very best things start to happen to us.
That's right. Well, you're the best thing that's happened.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, he's going to join me for... I think TJ Holmes, put your phone down. TJ Holmes, put your phone down right now. You're tweeting this stuff out? Okay, all right. I thought I was busting you on something.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you know, TJ, stick around because Devon's going to stay for a Facebook Live from my page right after the show. Make sure you send us your questions. We'll be right back.
Thank you.